Hey guys, Kuzo here, back with another stream. Good to see everybody. I'm gonna shoot up some. That didn't sound very good. I'm gonna throw up some links for the live stream real quick. Uh, Hopefully everyone's doing all right. Gonna let people roll in here for a little bit. And I believe I just got that copied. Alright, we on our Instagram. Douche. That sounds weird too. This start today is a little saying all the weird things. Hey, what's up everyone? People rolling in like they should. Yes. Alright. Get the pencil. Boom. Hey, what's up? 36 people in here already. Look at that. 36 people, 11 likes. Patron. Alright, let's get. I guess I'll leave that there. That was my TikTok from earlier. Oh, you guys can see that. Shoot. Sorry, I'm looking at the little yellow spot. Oh, alright, well, guess we gotta do with what we got. I should figure out how to edit the lighting on this. Might be interesting. Might actually be able to do that. Probably shouldn't do it now, though. Alright, let's just draw. Let's do some draws and zoom up. By the way, let me know if I'm freezing at all. I'm trying a higher bit rate, so the quality might look better for you guys this time around. I'm not sure. A nice fully coolly poster. Thank you very much. What's up, Beast Boy? What's up, Jordy? What's up, Ben? What's up, Payne? What's up, Sally? What's up, Sally? What's up, Jopio? What's up, Captain Nug? What's up, really, Smolland? What's up, RRB Craft Games? What's up, George? All right, drawing. Let's get to some draws and start off by just started getting back into my perspective roots. See, it's not like I don't know my perspective, but what I mean by getting back into my perspective roots is more so sometimes what happens is once you learn it pretty well, you stop using reference as the point in which you start a specific image or drawing, and so and you stop doing it for so long that it ends up you start losing some grip. Sounds kind of weird, but what I mean by that is you lose grip of some little practices that you normally do when you put people in perspective. So I guess just keeping up your practice would be good, or you could just start off with every drawing understanding the perspective. With that line that I started right there, it's like me being like, what perspective is this going to be in? Okay, I have now established my perspective, and that's what I mean. I've established what direction and what perspective this is going to be rolling in from there on out. When I do this and I'm saying this is the torso, that's in my mind, that's what I was imagining that. So now I've already established that. So starting with a strong idea of what angle you're going for, very good thing. That's why I always stress perspective so much, because it can be, once you learn it really well and you learn how to start putting things in perspective with the basic shapes, it's very, very good thing to lean on just over and over and over again. Hey, what's up, Louie there with the super chat. We got him saying sup. Thank you very much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Like always, guys. Shisham Late says, Linder, you are not. I guarantee I probably said that wrong. But you are not forgiven. No, I'm just messing around with you guys. Alright, let's see. Hey, have you ever watched Akira? Yes, I have. It came out in the late 80s. I was born in the 80s. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't born in the 80s. Amazon package is estimated in 1 hour, and it hasn't even shipped yet. That's funny, Kosh. Actually, my Amazon package for the sketchbook that I have been waiting for, I mentioned this before, I think in the video, that actually, my most recent video, that I was expecting the package, and it showed up in what they call this, like, basically little lockers from, like, packages called parcel pending, and I went to go retrieve my sketchbook, and it would not open. The parcel pending wouldn't open, but you heard the sound, so someone did something to the door to mess it up. Oh, I got some stray hairs back here. Someone tried to pry one of the doors open, apparently, and so it messed this door up so it won't open. So now I can't get my sketchbook until they open it up, and I can go get it. Kinda sucks. So I'm still using this one. And no, I don't have Starbucks. This is just a cup that was actually given to me a long time ago. I like it. It's a tiny little cup. But by the way, I just want to ask you guys, how's the quality looking for you guys? It should be better. Should be better. Just trying to give it a shot and look at it myself real quick. I don't know. I turned up the bit rate. So, hey, what's up, Ignite? What is up? Not much, just streaming. Looks good, says good quality. It shouldn't be a huge jump, but I think it should be big enough that, especially with people with phones, it should look pretty decent. And then on top of that, it should... Oh, no. Sorry, commercial. I didn't want to get a copyright for the music. Can't wait for the Patreon tutorial soon. Yes, actually, it was supposed to go up yesterday. I actually have it done. We got 75 people in here. Good to see everybody. Ooh, yeah, the quality does look pretty decent. Okay, let's give it a little zoom up here, though. I want to zoom up just a little bit here. There we go. Yeah, actually, it should be coming... It should already be out, but the problem is there's a portion to it that I wanted to redo, and then I decided to not even put it in there, and Patreons will see what I mean when they go through it. And so I was like, okay, this actually should, and it's actually the torso section. I decided when I actually started doing the torso section of the Patreon tutorial, it's more of a, almost like a tips and tricks update. That's more of what it is. But, and then I'm going to be posting for Patreons who are there, I'm going to be posting, asking what you guys want me to extensively go into after this little one that I'm going to be shooting up. And then the part that I didn't put in yesterday, it's going to have its whole own video that I should be shooting tomorrow. Hey, what's up, DJ Songo? Really excited to get this fountain pen because I want to put a Zebra G nib on it and see how it works. That's awesome, man. Yeah, the Zebra G pen, pretty fun pen, not gonna lie. I do not like this, so I got this head here, but I don't like, yeah, you know, the traditional quality, if you're watching this on a phone, the quality for the stream's pretty decent. Alright, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to actually push this forward here. Still going to be in this angle, but push this forward here, do this. Let me pull this over here. And by the way, for that Patreon, the one that I'm supposed to be putting up, I actually already, so what happened was I exported it and re-looked at it and re-decided I needed to edit something and take out the part that I wanted to actually be a full video on its own, because I wanted to expand on it just slightly. So, and that happened today, so I actually did the re-edit of it today. So I just need to edit the video and then export it, then upload it, and voila, you guys will have it. So I might even be able to get it up tonight, possibly, maybe not, but expect it tomorrow at least. By the way, I've been here, I kind of want to get more confident with my lines. I'm doing too many. I should stay quiet for a second and focus on my line quality, because I keep on messing up and my hand keeps on getting wobbly. See, I can make my hands, but when I'm not like super warmed up, or because I just went out and ate and stuff, and like I just came back and my hands are a little out of it. Believe it or not, it's hard to talk and draw really accurately at the same time sometimes. Sometimes it is. Is it me or just the stream freezing? If it's freezing, let me know. If it's freezing for more than one person, let me know. I might have to turn down the bit rate for everyone, or for the stream, because that is actually a thing. If the bit rate's too high and my internet's not taking care of it well enough, it will start stalling. So yeah, if that is a problem, just let me know and I can actually turn that down if it's happening for too many people. All right, let's go down to this guy here, and I want to move my keyboard. Oh, HD arm. Yeah, it's freezing for me. Yeah, Kosh. Hey, Kosh. Here, not freezing for me. What's up, Jordy? I might go ahead and turn it down just a little bit for the bit rate at least. There's a difference between freezing and buffering on your side. It's not freezing. I'll give it a second, because if it's buffering, that's different than, so if it's your internet, your phone, your YouTube, or my side. So we'll see. I'll give it a second longer. I'm actually excited for the new Patreon stuff that I'm going to be doing, because we're going to be going into, man, I wish I could, but you're going to see it. I'm trying to turn up the brightness for the stream, but the problem is this dumb little yellow thing. You know what? I guess let's just keep it the way it is. I really need to see if I could fix it, but oh, actually, I need to keep that because of my face cam. No, you'll like do something, it'll freeze and you'll keep talking while it's frozen. Then it'll just skip over. Okay, so it is my bit rate. I'm gonna turn it a little bit for you guys down so that way we don't, like I said, this is an experiment to see if I can get the quality up. And we're gonna go down to at least, let's go down to, it's at 5,000, so I'm gonna go to 4,000, see if it can handle 4,000 good. So let's see if that works. Because that will actually be something that stays in the stream afterwards, which isn't good. I finally understand what you keep saying about drawing shapes in perspective. That's good. That's good. What sparked it for you? Did something connect when you're actually doing stuff? I'm practicing anatomy for both genders, says Skelly. That's awesome. That's cool. Kosh, says Jordy. You're a genius for rotating your sketches. I tried it and it totally puts me in the drawing mood for whatever reason. Yeah, man, rotating, like, people in perspective, and then especially if you do one pose and then you try to rotate that pose, it's hard stuff, you know? It's hard stuff, but what makes it easier is being able to draw those simplified shapes. Like if I took this one up here and then maybe tried to do a quick small one of her in front like this. Here, let me focus and not talk. Actually, this should. See, I'm not even doing this one as good. It's really hard to display that leg coming towards you. I mean, I don't think it would do this, but maybe. We got the general pose. I don't think I forced this bottom part enough. I think I should have forced this further this way, so we would have had a heavier heavier pullback with the pelvis. So what I'm looking for is this. It's like the hips are still in the same place. By the way, let me know if it's still freezing for you guys. How long are you gonna stream? It's 7:10, so probably about another hour. Why music so intense? I learned so slowly. Same. I always learned very slowly, but it was the hours I put into trying to understand everything that really changed things for me. And the thing that made me really understand stuff was the fundamentals, and that's why I stress what helped me. And different things can help different people, different strokes for different folks, you know what I'm saying? This is a little bit closer to it, I feel like. This one was a bit hard for me. Bad Kuzo. Now, doing this, once you've learned how to draw basic shapes, like the basic body shapes in perspective, and then doing this stuff, which is very difficult, this is a bit of a higher level practice, to be completely honest. And if you do this over and over again, it will help you. Kuzo, bro, I didn't know you and Elias went so far back. That's so awesome. Oh, you must have been talking to him. Yeah, I've known him back when I was pretty fresh and working in noir. I met him from John Lawrence, the writer of, one of the writers from Arms of the Dragon, and also one of the writers from Ordinal Tempest. But yeah. Yeah. Let's actually go ahead and maybe I could try to oh my gosh. Let's not do that, phone. No. I should have muted it. I'm gonna get copyright struck. It doesn't happen if it's like under like a certain amount of seconds, right? Oh my goodness. I was gonna see if maybe I could get like come in here. I'm gonna clear out all of my notifications just in case. Like come in here and like do like a TikTok on stream. Just be like, this isn't actually how I do it. Nah, I'm not gonna try to do it. I haven't done a TikTok like that one in a while. Yeah, we definitely were competing for followers back then. Yeah. True debt. And I think there was a point where he was going to publish his thing with Noir too. He was thinking about it. I'm not sure. And then some things came up in his life, I think. Don't quote me on that. Like, I don't know. I don't want to speak for him. But You can tell that this is a newer pen and that pen's been used several times because they're supposed to be the same width. They're supposed to be, but they're not. Man, you guys remember that guy on the stream the other day? It was like talking about my art quality. People be funny. People be funny. Man, that look, I just said that and then I butchered that hand. In my defense, this is a thick marker. How did you discover your own style, your own art style? That comes with getting better in general at drawing. You're not going to find a style if you don't know how to draw very well. And to begin with, what I mean is, not to begin with, but what I meant is, your style is not going to come until you actually understand how to take style from other artists, merge them, and implement them. And the way to do that is learning all the fundamentals and stuff. Because then you'll be able to grasp why their stuff looks the way it does, why it feels good. And you'll know how to mix it into your own stuff. So just focus on getting good. That's all. Just focus on all those things that make your art look good. And style isn't what makes art look good. It just makes art be able to have the advantage of looking even more appealing than just looking good. Because realism can look good. If you do photorealism, it can look good. But it would be exactly like a photo. So that's good art. But style has the advantage of looking original, different. And then there's people who do semi-realistic things in art that actually have their own style as well, though, because of the way they do it. The way they do their painting, the style in which they paint it. But they probably learned how to paint generally good to begin with. What was that epic song again? I wanted to listen to that epic one. It's not that one, is it? Oh, it's this one. Yeah, I like this song. It's just too epic for the stream. Like, it's like, why is this playing? It's like, oh. Let's do this. Oh, did Louis say was someone violating you? I think it happened right after a time when I think you hopped off the stream, Louis. But yeah, someone was saying something funny. Basically, they said they think I should stop streaming because my art looked better when a year and a half ago. And I mean, regardless of opinion, I'm fine with everyone having their own opinion, and that's fine. Like, you could stay in here and say that type of stuff. Think that type of stuff. It's just when there's just a little bit of drama going on in the chat, so I was like, nah, that's gotta stop. Like, you can have an opinion on people's artwork and stuff, so it doesn't matter. It was just funny. That's why when if you were watching the stream and you see me look up and I was smiling and kind of laughing, it was funny until people in the comments section, it was getting a little heated. So, anyways, and you just take care of them. No. Like I said, it was fine until things got a little heated in the comments section. I thought things were gonna calm down, but they didn't. That's all right. That's all right. I didn't have to ban anyone, so at least that happened. So. Sometimes you'll see me draw these standing poses, and you'll be like, why does he draw so many standing poses like this? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, for me, these standing poses be for real harder than more dynamic poses for me, because they're structured. That I'm trying to make them not look stiff. If I'm drawing someone flying through the air like this, and they have their arm out, and it's flying like this, and it's all dynamic and stuff. I don't know why that happened with my line just then, and it's all dynamic and stuff. It's easy to make something for me feel a little bit more dynamic and all crazy than it is to make someone standing there feeling really natural. At least for me, it is. The internet is a scary place. True. Hey, what's up, Ergo Josh? You want to practice more now watching me draw? Thank you very much, man. It's really fun watching your streams. They're super high quality. I wish my streams could be that high quality. I've been trying to do a little bit better with them, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh. It's always fun for communities to inspire each other while you're watching each other draw. No matter what level you are, it's awesome to watch people improve and get better, no matter if they're at a higher level, intermediate level. Super fun to keep up and watch people get better. Or just watch the masters like Kim Jong-gi. That guy's crazy. Watch, stream's gonna get taken down now that I put nipples on. But in case you are still, I really do appreciate it. To Ergo Josh. If you guys don't know who he is, which it seems like everyone in chat does, go check out his YouTube channel and his Twitch. Right now he's kind of on a what you would call an anime, a training arc. on trying to get better with art, so he's taking a little bit of a hiatus from his YouTube channel. But either way, definitely go check out his YouTube channel and his Twitch. He's been streaming on though pretty frequently. So. Alright, what should we do? Maybe I should do some actual reference practice instead of, or should I try to do something out of memory? Oh, you checked out my most recent video and you like the bend over pose and the design? Well, thank you very much. Typically with those, I'm not gonna lie, like I try, where did I put it? Ah, there it is. So I pre-sketched out an idea for the pose, so I always have an idea before I go into those. Not always, sometimes I do, but I don't want people to think that I'm like this guru that's perfect at everything. So sometimes I do pre-sketch out poses beforehand, sometimes I don't. That one I did because that one was a little bit more complicated, and then I just had it on my phone off to the side. Get off, lamp. But thank you very much. Yeah, those ones are always really fun to do. I really like being able to put in the perspective. And I always like it's like this, the arch. You get the arch. What should I do with that arm? I really like doing these. Maybe twist around the angle at some point. Oh, this one was that was a study. Got me all nervous, Ergo. Jeez. Coming up in here. No, I guess I should keep that on the other side, eh? The leg. Got my microphone all the way over there. Anyways, Kuzo have been so confused. Kuzo have been so confused about how you make them falling poses. I'm so stuck on that. I actually am just confused. Depending on what level you're at, those are always going to be really hard. The falling poses take a lot of stuff into account where it's at a completely different... It's different than someone standing there. Someone standing there, it's a balancing act. It's like the body's doing this, and there's a balance all the way through the drawing. And you know, someone's arm, the lower part, you might have their arm going like this, then a hand, then this one's, you know, just chilling down here, and then, you know, that's a balancing act. Someone falling, it's so many different angles you can do it at. It's a little bit higher of a level, so don't feel bad. Just practice your basic shapes for your anatomy and practice those things in perspective, and you'll eventually get there. I did sketchbook after sketchbook after sketchbook learning all this stuff, so it took me a while, so don't worry about it, Skelly. Blushes, says Ergo Josh. There you go, you denigrated yourself. Going through here. Anybody know how to use a graphics tablet? If you're talking about the ones that don't have screens on them, I do know what you're talking about. They do, for me at least, have a disconnect to them, where when you go to draw with them, you feel this disconnect between what you're drawing and looking at the screen. It's hard. It's one of those things you kind of just have to put in the time to get better at. I never fully got used to it. That's why I invested my money into getting a draw on screen device. I say device because it was an iPad, but yeah, it's just one of those things that are kind of more difficult. For certain individuals, but I do know there are also a lot of individuals that are really good with them, and they actually prefer it so that way they're not looking down and they keep their posture good. One person who is a big advocate of this is Anthony Jones. He's on YouTube, and he's a phenomenal kind of dark fantasy monster creator. He's dabbled a little bit more in straight character design as of recent, but he still goes more into the dark fantasy type of thing, for sure. But the falling poses for the other guy, they're a little bit easier for me because I'm not as good at doing the balancing. You have to know some of those general rules about the way someone stands and how it feels, especially like compared to like the front to the side. Oh shoot, I'm doing that off the page. Compared to the front and the side. Ugh. Do I have a part-time job? I used to. Actually earlier on this year for a while. Yeah. But I am full-time now. Hey Kuzo, do you know White Manga? Yes, I do know White Manga. I've watched some of his content, as well as I used to work in Saturday AM. Oh, goodness gracious, that was loud. Not everyone's streams have high production quality. Okay. Let's do let's go ahead and do... You paint much anymore? I don't paint much right now, but what I'm actually focusing on right now is getting my complete form back to a really nice place and a little bit above where I was before. And then from there, what I'm going to do is I'm then going to hop into a value practice again. And then I'm going to go into painting, slight painting again. So right now I'm working on getting my form down really fast. Yeah, I know Saturday AM has an app. I wasn't with them when they had that. I was with them quite a while ago, like easily over 2 years ago. Let's do some pose practice. You know what's hard about finding any female pose practice on here is you're always under the heavy guide, the heavy part of not knowing if you're gonna get hit by YouTube's system, even if they're in like a ballet suit. Oh, that one would have got me hit. Oh gosh, that one would have definitely got me hit. Maybe I can just do a dude. I didn't mean it like, I mean, you could take that as you will. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not taking it back. I'm not taking it back. Sticking to my word. Alright, so the one I wanted to do was actually this one. Let me throw it up here. That's the spirit. So I'm going to hop on this one right here. Let's look at it. Make sure my head doesn't get in the way. This is the one thing that sucks about doing this traditionally, is you always got this like balancing act of like having to move stuff around. Okay, got head, direction, down, direction of neck, body, torso. He's actually having a pull here. I'm not trying to make this completely perfect because it's hard to, but did notice that the bottom of the jaw is definitely further away than that. Manly men are always very hard for me to make manly, since I always draw very slender bodies. But I am learning the muscle structure as of now more thoroughly than I ever have. He's holding his hand up like those UFC fighters so they don't get knocked in the chin. That's good enough for me. I'm not gonna go too far into it, just block in some of that manliness. Block in some of that manliness. Man, I'm gonna get clipped one of these days. People are gonna clip what I say. My career is gonna be gone. No, why would my career be gone from that? It wouldn't be gone. It would just be funny. All these things that would be said. I know the ratio of his face is off. Not as good with face ratios. Let's see what peeps are saying down here. Lou says, oh, okay, makes sense. Value is difficult, not gonna lie. I've been trying to cell shade down, get cell shading down. I painted Shaggy recently though. Yeah, cell shading was really hard for me at first, and I think that's because I didn't have a good understanding of actual like lighting, and even a little bit of value too, to be completely honest. We got 143 people in here with 129 likes. Good to see everybody. Amazon package supposed to arrive in 20 minutes, still hasn't shipped. This is an updated situation that continues to progress as we hear about the Amazon package. All the manly men I drew end up looking like All Might. Hey, at least they look that manly. Dang, Kuzo, that drawing skipped lag day. Oh, leg day. Oh, yeah. I thought you said leg day. Oh. Okay, fine. I'll put in. There you go. What did you want me to do more for you? Yeah? Let's do it. Leg day strong with this boy. No. No, oh yeah, for sure. Oh, gosh. That dude basically in a thong. I definitely would have got hit by that. Ooh, I like that one. Wonder if I'll get hit for this one. Probably not. Hopefully not. If I do, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get to a new page. This is very hard to do like this. Typically, I just kind of ruin the pages during the stream, and then I'll come back. Thick, says Ergo. Right? I will typically just ruin the page for like the good portions for you guys, and then afterwards, after my stream, if I do any practices, I'll fill up the pages on my own, so that way you guys typically do not get the experience that was just happening, where we're like off to the side. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna just do it my normal way. So we typically go direction, shape, direction, shape, direction. That does have a pretty straight up angle, surprisingly. Shape, direction, shape, direction, shape. Direction. Make sure this head's big enough. Thick neck. His head definitely feels bigger than what I'm doing, and I don't know if that's because of his hair or I'm just drawing the head small, but we'll figure it out. Direction, slightly off to the side, direction, slightly off to the side. It's actually pretty straight, to be honest. And we'll look at the comment section here. Is that, which leg is in front of, okay, so that's going behind that leg, okay. Holy moly, his head is very, okay, now that I look at it nice and clearly, his head is very small, which then ends up putting this arm off, because if I make his head bigger, his head will be too close to his arm. Okay, that was me not being... Now his head might be too big. Gotta love art, gotta love art, gotta love art, gotta love art. Just blocking in. I don't have to do too much with it. When you're doing studies, it always depends on what you're actually trying to focus on in the study. But Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. At least get the shape of his hair here. It's funky fresh. Bad drawing day. No, that's horrible. Horrible. I'm half tempted to stop doing this face. We're slowly hatching away. We're slowly hatching away. I am done with this dude's face right now. It's too... Don't look at me like that, boy. I don't like... I didn't even properly try to block this in. I'm done with this dude's face. I'm straight up done right now. Oh, hey. See, now we don't have to block in any faces. We could just do this. Oh, no. We can just do girl pose. I kind of want to do this one. I like just blocking in the pose. Face of a god. Just because the neck. Everyone has a good and bad day in drawing. I think I was just rushing it, to be honest. I do not want him looking at me. I am very mad at you, face. We'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. I'm actually going to save that image and come back to him. Let's see. I think you're asking the wrong person, says Sparky. Well, you can't win with every face, buddy. That is very true. King of Face Day. Sorry, I meant Louis. Oh, you're talking to Louis. And cool. I think I'm caught up a little bit there. The creator of My Hero Academia knows how to paint. You can find of it his work on Twitter, or a fan Twitter account. Yeah, I mean, if you actually look at all of his works from My Hero and even his previous works, you actually see his progression in painting. It's very interesting to actually watch. He starts off much heavy cell shader, and then you see him slowly start dabbling more with digital painting. I'm not sure if he digitally painted a lot before My Hero, but you see a very conscious switch in the series when actually watching it, or looking at the manga, especially the covers. You see a big conscious switch. You could tell he was definitely slowly practicing that over time. All my faces be like, then a funny little face. Cool. Please, what is cell shading? So cell shading is basically, it's almost like saying if there was a range of shades, it's almost like there was a range of shades and you had like your lightest here, you start getting darker, like this. It's almost as if cell shading is basically telling you to keep here and here, maybe a little bit here. So basically you're showing you're showing a base, you're showing a highlight, and you're showing a shadow. And sometimes they have a almost mid shadow, and that's why I said sometimes here, maybe sometimes here. So cell shading is basically a very simplified version of what someone would do in a gradient. For example, if this was a gradient within the shades of the value of a shirt. So that's why you always see anime with like one, maybe with, they have a base and they have the shade and then they might have a highlight. Sometimes they'll put in a quick gradient, but hey, what's up, Third over here with Super Chat? Thank you very much for the Super Chat. I really appreciate it, man. Good to see you in here. Sorry I couldn't come at the beginning, but what's up? It's all good, man. You're all good. What's up with you? Hopefully you've been doing well. Hopefully you've been doing well. Let's see if I can get this set up properly. Alright. This is like so blurry for me. It's actually totally fine, because I'm going for pose. I'm not going for anything else. I really want to go for pose. I don't like that. Bam, we posed it up. Ugh. I guess if we wanted to, we can kind of put in like, oh goodness gracious. Ooh, that should have gone up higher and further out. All right. Now, these are all like very PG PG pictures. I want to save some of these so that way we can have all these for like stream stuff. I like this. Watch me get hit for this one. She thick, says someone. You can copy very well, says Skelly. Well, and it depends on how you like comprehend what you copy. And I myself am not good at copying. I'm not very good at copying. So I always came up with a rule where it's like shape, direction, form, perspective. That's how I look at it. And now, for people who are straight up copiers, they normally go like direction and shape, and they don't try to understand what the form is. Like the people who do like super crazy like portraits and stuff. Like I've heard it from there's this one person who is actually like pretty big on Instagram. They're really good at like realistic portraits, like really good. And they asked me one time like, how do you learn how to like draw stuff without looking at it? Because he said he just can't remember anything he draws. But he was really good at portraits, like goodness gracious. I don't know if I could ever do what that person did. Shape, direction. She definitely has a tilt here. And since that's the predominant leg, it almost looks like it should be, but yeah, okay, yeah, her hip is gonna be tilted like this slightly. But her waist is also slightly tilted as well. And then she has this going this way. Let me go this way. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go down. And then we go who? Let's see. Third says TYSM. Thank you so much. Okay. And finally almost recovered for the stuff that's happened. That's really good, man. I'm glad. I need to start taking some runs too. I saw you were doing some runs. I don't know if I'll do it outside, but I'm gonna try to maybe do some like in at least some cardio in my apartment. Only copy to learn, kids, says Pickle Rick. You have to go on a vacay for a week next week. A vacation? You leaving us? Third. Why? I find it so hard to draw small because I feel like I can't see the details. Yeah, it's true, but drawing small really helps with kind of I would say drawing small, one of the best reasons to even do it is to get general poses like how I'm doing now. You're not going to want to draw a small, detailed, photorealistic portrait. There's no point in it. If you did do that, what would be the point in it? Well, the point in actually doing something like that would actually come down to um, you wouldn't even want to do it photorealistic per se. If you did a small version of a big portrait, you're blocking in basically the big points, like the big shadows, and you're basically narrowing it down to its most basic elements. That is what's so important. If you are to decide to do a small pose, like these for example, if I went even smaller, it would literally make me take this person and put them down into, very much so, the very essence of what their pose is. And it's almost just directional. Now, if you were to do it based on values, like the realistic portrait thing I was saying, you're going to be blocking in basically the shadows and highlights and what makes up that face, really. Yeah, I do that on the weekend. Runs inside my house. Yeah, give a nice little run in place. I draw a lot to save room on paper. Yeah, I mean, yeah. They all have their own benefits. Alright, I'm done with doing these poses. Alright. Although I kind of want to go and redeem myself from this monstrosity that had occurred. Let me go ahead and actually see if I can do this without even looking at it and just kind of do my own thing. Blocking the skull structure. I do remember he did have a predominant cheek. He had a very strong cheek. There. That's good enough for me. If I want to go further into it, I could. But I would have to do a little bit more face stotties. Now I'm actually going to come over here and do remind myself of how I actually break down faces. So I need to remind myself about this sometimes. Slight angle here, slight angle there. You sound like another YouTuber named Eclipse. Pretty sure I sound like myself, but no, I'm kidding. Never heard of them. Hopefully they are cool if they have a similar voice to me. Come on. Some people might say, come on, man. Oh gosh. Can you give me a tip for drawing fight scenes? Ooh. That's very general. Know how to draw dynamic poses. And don't overthink it. And action reaction. So basically, you don't want to have too many steps in between a big action. Because a lot of the time, in my mind, I overthink it, and I think, like, I should show his, like, foot, like, jumping before he does a big punch. You don't always have to do that. Or I should show, like, 2 steps before he actually throws the kick, or something like that. Sometimes it just takes, like, one subtle movement, and then a huge thing. Or a reaction from somebody else, and then the impact. So try not to overthink it. How do you draw a cute girl face? I think this is a pretty cute girl. Here. And just rewatch this part. It's all about ratio, to be honest. And it depends on what you find cute. But I would say your best bet for a good cute girl ratio is you're looking at, from the front, you got a box shape like this, smaller part right here. So we got boom, boom. We got kind of like a wedge shape going on right there. Then boom, boom, boom. We got a little ratio going on here. You can do whatever type of eyes you want. Bigger, smaller. Typically the bigger the eyes, the cuter the girl. Let's do my traditional busty girl, or not, well, yeah, the busty TikTok girl I draw. Looks like, everyone says looks like Himawari, I think her name is. Basically the idea is the bigger the top of the head, the smaller the chin area. Kinda gives like the cute girl look. And it's also like big eyes, nose close to eyes, mouth close to nose. That's kind of like the rule. A good cute girl ratio rule. Because if you do them further apart, they look a little older. You're just like... This is ridiculous. I'm just kind of... Eh? Pretty good. Thank you very much, Ignite. Pretty good sum up. I think the biggest part is really the ratio of the eyes to mouth to nose. And that's one of the things I think is the biggest part, but obviously try not to overdo it. Like doing something like how I said, like smaller chin, bigger top of the head. Yeah. Basically make him look like an alien. Yeah, Sparky alien. Yeah, exactly. Oh, good stuff. Oh man. I mean, it's not completely wrong, right? Did you just ask me any tips on how to draw lines? That could be I could say so many funny things about that, but I'm pretty sure you're either joking or you're basically asking how to improve your draftsmanship. And you could have just said line quality, and the best thing is just draw a lot, but the other thing you can do is a lot of line practices. You could do like, basically, you just want to practice your straight lines, your curved lines, and just do it a lot. Chris' new art style reveal, right? Man, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it gets so awkward on the paper sometimes. This is why it's good to just draw digitally sometimes. You can just zoom up on the paper. All right. Screw you, lunge man. Trying to do a guy doing like arms behind head lunge. You're just giving me some trouble. Screw you, lunge man. I'm gonna fix this up with this pen. Oh, I said fix it up? I meant extremely mess it up even more. What just happened? I'll make sure my hair doesn't make a cameo again. can barely draw for an hour. Hey, Soul Reaper, don't worry. So, fun fact, when I was about 17, almost 18, I had a hard time drawing past half an hour. I would be like super tired afterwards. Basically, just like exercising, if you can only do 5 push-ups, if you keep doing 5 push-ups every day and trying to push yourself to maybe do 6, 7, 10, in a week you're going to be able to do 20 or more push-ups. Drawing is the same thing. It's your mind is just another muscle, and I kept on trying and trying and trying, and before you knew it, I was able to draw, like 12-hour days. Which, I mean, I don't suggest always drawing 12-hour days. If you have the passion to do that and you can stay healthy while doing it, do it. If it's not ruining like your social life completely, or ruining. I mean, I kind of made myself not have a social life. I mean, basically, I made my social group really small. Basically, people. I'm not going to give advice on social groups, but it's always good to have people around you that also inspire you. It's a very important thing. People that don't pull you down, because that can make or break some people. It really can. I can draw a lot, but my back hurts. I also work out. Got any tips? I don't know what to do about your back hurting necessarily. You might want to do stretches. Working out, I heard, is very good. I'm going to start getting into a little. Sorry, I keep on like doing this because I'm trying to push up my glasses. These are little quirks of mine that I've noticed since I started putting a webcam on that I need to stop doing. I'm not sure. You should definitely maybe try doing some stretches. Hopefully the workouts can help. I'm not sure. Could be some other underlying issues there. Trying to make sure posture is decent while you're drawing. Where's my pencil? Hello, what's up, people? Bye, says Kay. See you later. Thank you for dropping in. We did a little bit later of a stream today. We are going to be heading out here soon. We're an hour and 28 minutes in. Yo, guys. Okay. I don't know. I kind of like doing that perspective stuff because it gave me like direction. This is what I mean by figuring out the perspective of what you're going to do. Sometimes it can make people stiff. Yes, I understand that. But it depends on how you think of it. This, if you just do this and do poses in it, yeah, they're going to create very weird... They're not like, great poses. But what I mean is from earlier on in the stream where I would go and start with the torso, say doing this, basically putting the torso in a perspective, and then from there I can build my perspective of everything else that I'm putting on it. Excuse me. From there. And this is my savior. Doesn't have to be everyone else's, but this is what has always... Sometimes I forget that this is what made me how I am with my art. I know this is a super, funky pose. JoJo's pose all the way. Um, how do you draw females that don't have a lot of bust? Take away the bust. I actually need to practice that a little bit myself. It's become easier for me to draw a bust than no bust, to be completely honest. Yeah, I'd have to look into it a little bit more. Basically, was I drawing that over here that whole time? I hope not. I really hope not. I don't know. I guess just don't give them any. I'll get back to you on that. I've seen where it's almost like directional, where you just do a little lump there and a little lump there. Eh? If you guys can't sit down and draw for long periods, long hours, maybe you're just that type and you need more frequent rests, but you can boost your efficiency with more intensive drawing sessions if you are that type. I've heard of those type of people. I think Lolish, if you know who Lolish is, I think she mentioned how she does, I think it was 4 or 5 hours she does really good, and then after that she's kind of like done for the day. But she says she goes like hard during those times, like no distractions, all work. It's just like peak drive. And some people are like that. And by the way, just letting you guys know, the way I stay efficient for my 12-hour days, I do go and I'll draw, I'll wake up, I'll eat something. I found out I'm that type of person that needs to eat at least something first thing in the morning. It doesn't have to be huge. Typically, it's like a egg sandwich or a ham and cheese sandwich of some sort on a bagel, and then I can have my coffee and stuff, or else for some reason my body like has it like crashes hard. So and then I just start drawing for about 3-4 hours, and then I go and have like another meal, rest for like 15-20 minutes, typically about 15 minutes, and then I'll go back to drawing, and then every few hours or so, I'll go and have like another 5-10 minute break. Have you heard of the new Dark Souls type game coming out? Yeah, you're talking about oh my gosh, how did I forget the name? What? Is there a patron Discord server? There will be. Yes, there's going to be. I promise you. It's already set up. I just kind of have to launch Elden Ring. Can't believe I forgot that. Elden Ring. By the way, there's also a DLC I think that might have just come out of another Dark Souls-like game called I'm forgetting everything right now. Mortal Shell. Mortal Shell, and I'm planning on buying the DLC to play that. Mortal Shell is super cool. Anyways, I think this is a pretty good attempt, to be honest, at a smaller chest lumped lady. I think it's decent. Bloodborne. Yeah, third. When are you gonna get that? Hop on there. You're gonna hate your life when you start playing that game. You're gonna hate your life so bad. Oh. You know what I'm doing here right now? What's going on? Forgot Mortal Shell existed. I know, a DLC's coming out. I think it came out on the 6th or 7th or something like that. Super good game. Short, but super good. Oh, a team of only 5 people made that made that game. For anyone who's played it, only 5 people made that game. So good for 5 people. Big question. What do you do when you see more improvement in your drawing? I've been stuck. Wait. When you see no improvement. Sorry. See no improvement in your drawing. I've been stuck for about 3 months now, and I see no improvement. And what should I do? You should really be practicing. You should make sure you get your fundamentals down, for one. You should be practicing fundamentals, but you should be trying to identify why you're not getting good. What is the problem? Are you practicing the same thing over and over again? Like the same bad thing over and over again? Because if you're trying new things, failing, trying to figure out why you failed, you will inevitably get better. So sometimes you hit a stagnant period, but 3 months is a long time. Start small. You don't have to go big. You can start small. You can start with just a head. You can start with just an arm. You can start with the angle in which the head is at. Start with just... And by the way, when you're practicing, you also want to make sure you go and do a finished drawing here and there. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be something small, but it has to be based around some of the things you either know or you're learning, and you try to, do something finished. Yes, I know. I purposely started this drawing out in a very weird spot with just the placement of the feet. I purposely did that for myself. I wanted to try it out. That looks weird. So I didn't get the gesture down as cool as I wanted. That's something to take note of. I should have pushed the waist forward a little bit more. Interesting. I did start with the feet though. I started with 2 circles. I feel like if we practice every day and compare our recent drawings to our old drawings, we can see the difference. Yes and no. There are some where I do agree with you, and it really depends on what you're practicing and how hard you're trying to actually. Sometimes this sounds very weird, and it will happen to everybody at some point. But you will find once you start practicing stuff that you're actually not good at, you're actually pushing yourself to get better, your drawings start getting worse for a small period of time. Not even kidding. It's happened to me so many times. And when you do this, I chalked it up. There's a certain point where your art doesn't do this as much once you get to a certain level, but I found that in my mind, I don't know if this is true, but I almost feel like it's your mind starting to reshuffle the cards that it has and trying to understand what has been put in there. Your mind's trying to figure out where does this information fit and how does it fit in this puzzle that is my brain. And then once it starts shuffling all this stuff around, and your mind kind of figures out where to put it, it kind of just locks. And then you get this boost, it feels like, and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I understand so much more now. And like Third said, so freaking true. Yeah, it's happened to me a lot, and it's actually very discouraging because you're like, I was told to do this thing. I know it's supposed to help me. Everyone said it does. I do it, and my art looks worse. But you got to play the long game, and you got to really try to improve and understand that there are times where maybe you aren't doing the right thing, but understand that there are times where this specific thing actually can happen. And it happened to me for the 2 weeks I went really hard. I only practiced perspectives, shapes and perspective, and general shapes and perspective, and that was about 3 years ago. I did it for 2 weeks straight, and I noticed that the first week, just about the first week, it took day 8 is when all of a sudden so those first like 7 days, it felt like I was doing nothing to help myself. I felt like I wasn't improving. I felt like I wasn't learning anything. I was going nowhere. And then all of a sudden, things started clicking on day 8. I'm not saying that's going to happen with everything you do. I'm not saying that's going to happen even with you with perspective, because we're all at different levels and we're all better at different things and our minds work differently. But it is something to keep in mind that sometimes it feels like that. And it's basically an accumulation of everything that you've been doing finally starts making sense in your brain. It's so weird. It's such a weird thing that happens. Also, something really quick just to throw out there to let people know about style is there's one thing you want to be very careful of with style, and I've seen this with some people, and it doesn't matter if you're at a decent level or not. I mean, it does, but because it can be fixed easier. But one thing to understand about style is, one, you don't want to focus on it until you're a little bit better, and two, even when you're a little bit better and you're trying to figure it out, because there's a point when I was a little bit better and I was trying to figure it out even just a little bit, as in basically I didn't know what I wanted. I found out I didn't know what I wanted. I was sitting here telling myself I wanted to have that realistic style of Takashi Obata, but I realized that's not what I actually wanted. It was something I deeply respected, but I realized it wasn't something I wanted to put into practice in my own manga. I realized I wanted something that was more simple. And so I found that I was trying to merge something with something else that didn't work. And that's where I finally came around to the idea that every once in a while I would add in actual double nostrils with some characters, but I wouldn't go as detailed as some. And basically finding the difference between the simplified stuff and the more complicated stuff is kind of it was difficult for me. So you kind of gotta differentiate what your goal is with your art. And that also goes with eyes too. I had a hard time like deciding what I wanted to do with anime eyes, how big I wanted to make them, how like realistic I wanted to make them, if they're big but more realistic. There's so many different combinations you can do. But small and non-realistic typically look weird. Oh shoot, guys can't even see that. Ugh. All right, we got 222 likes during this one. I'll see you later, tradesman. Man, it sucks that my fountain pen didn't come today. I was planning to do a whole TikTok with it. That kind of sucks, but I'm sure it'll come. Well, hopefully it'll come tomorrow. But that sucks. Pickle Rick, I never give up on my art. That's the way of the that's my ninja way. Yeah, exactly. My back hurts, and it's purely because my legs have been crossed most of the stream, and I should be drawing right here. I should be drawing right here, which means I should have had this at a different height. My back. I'm dying. Not kidding. Alright. So I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I decided that I'm going to be streaming 3 to 4 times a week. 3 to 4 times a week. And that's because when I draw, my legs are always on the chair like L. Says third. Alright. No wonder you got kidney problem. No, I'm kidding. Oh man. You better watch out about that third. You know one thing that you might get if you in real life, unlike L, if you do that too much, you might start getting blood clots later on in your life. So be careful with that on a serious note. You're fine when you're young, it's just be careful. But yeah, I think I'm going to be streaming about 3 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week. And that's because I want to take time those other days to actually get Kuzo got no chill. I want to take time those other days of the week so that way I can get some more stuff out for my Patreons, actually spend time doing my manga. I've found that I spend a lot of time when I do stream. It takes a little bit third. Yeah, mad face. And I'm talking about older, like into your like 50s. Like, so like you got some time, but just be careful, be aware. Just so that way I can spend a lot of time on my other projects, so that way I can get more videos out for everybody. I can get more Patreon stuff out, and I can do a lot more work on my manga. So I'm looking forward to that. But this stream was definitely cool, definitely fun. My stuff, I started getting a little towards the end, but definitely going to. It makes me want to stream tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I should hold off, and like I kind of want to do a YouTube video tomorrow and then have it ready for the next day. I think that would be cool. I'm also going to be starting to do character designs for Bounty's Gate, so that way I have those for Patreon as well. So, but in any case, it was definitely fun today. I'll let you guys know on Instagram if I do go live, but I'm going to try to tell myself not to, just so I can get a good consistency going. And man, it is blowing out on this camera. But in any case, it was super fun, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Like always, hope everyone has a good day or night wherever they are. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.